I look less bald today.
Hey guys, welcome to another I Am Drew video. This one's a little bit different, kind of doing a Q&A type style thing, but Corey and I have noticed that on a lot of our videos, you guys ask about college. That's because I think a lot of you guys are getting near college age, it kind of seems. Like everyone's like, I'm going to college. Actually, a lot of you are actually interested in nursing.
Yeah.
Which is what Corey did. A lot of
nursing questions and just some college questions in general, but.
So what I did is on my Instagram, I am Drew_95 is what it is. I posted to my story and said, hey, ask us some questions. We'll shout you guys out in the video. We are going to start with Sarah Sunflower, and Sarah asks, how did you stay motivated when things were hard?
I think I stayed motivated just by like knowing like what my end goal was, and I was always like super on top of everything that I did. Like my goal was like A's and B's. Like I tried so hard, and you just kind of have to like remind yourself like what your end goal is. Like it's hard now, but it's gonna be worth it. Or just like my friends and family kind of like helped me a lot.
Yeah, I was more that since I was like working and paying for my school, it was kind of like I stayed motivated because I would have just been wasting my own time, and I didn't want to waste my time. I would say create like liability or like accountability, I guess.
Be accountable for yourself.
Yeah, I think that's what helped me. Here's an interesting question I don't see too often from Jace Howlett. You want to read it?
Yeah. Do you get a lot of homework in college, or is it the same as high school? I feel like, I wouldn't say it's like homework, but you definitely have like things that had to be like turned in by like a specific deadline, or like projects or papers. It's like projects and papers are really like what your homework is. Or like for nursing school, we had like labs, which like they were either like actual labs or labs where you would like go in and you had to like do like an assessment or type thing. It's kind of like homework, but not.
I would not, you're not going to get the same homework that you get in high school.
Yeah. And advice for people trying to pick the correct college for them. This is from Danica Bellamar, or Bellamar. I would say that to pick a college, I would definitely recommend like doing a college tour, or if you know any people that go there, like spend the day with them there, or even like a day, night, and just like a few days to see how it is. You can figure out the atmosphere, because sometimes you can even go on a campus and be there for like a few hours and kind of feel like, like this isn't where I could see myself.
Right. Yeah, and I would say also take into account what kind of debt you're probably going to be in. That was a huge factor for me. I know a lot of you guys do want to go to your dream school, and if you're willing to pay for it, then do it.
Definitely do it, yeah.
Also, if you're maybe just starting out, you don't really know if like what college you go to is important to you, I would look for the college that you can get the best degree for the best price. You almost kind of got to be like a smart shopper.
Yeah.
This one's from Shayna Osterkamp, and she says, what is the process of applying for college like? Any helpful tips/suggestions? I think it's honestly pretty simple. Like,
go to the website.
They're gonna, and a lot of times too, colleges will just straight up tell you like what kind of scholarship they'll offer for like what are the graphs called? But basically like, let's say this side is GPA and this side is like ACT/ I think it actually switched to SAT. It was ACT when we applied. But basically, you'll be able to take your finger down here and your finger down here, and they'll basically tell you how much money you're going to get. Like they'll tell you if you're going to be accepted, because they'll say, we're looking for 3.2 minimum GPA and
25.
Yeah. Lily Galindo, God, I probably murdered that, says, how do you meet friends?
You kind of just have to honestly be brave and talk to people, or join clubs, or some people don't really like fraternities or sororities, and not like that those are like frowned upon, but if you want to join those, I would definitely join those. Some people feel like they're paying for friends, but I still talk to like people that I met from there.
I'm the paying for friends side.
Or I even met like one of my really good friends just because he asked if I would let him sit at this giant table that I was at by myself at the library.
Yeah, I don't really think college, you almost just make friends by going to college. Like you guys are all there for the same goal. You're all there to do the same thing. It's not like high school where it's like cliques because you guys are
Yeah.
paying to go there. Like, you are with like-minded people most of the time. There's going to be the people who are just there just to party and
No,
screw around, and if you want to do that, you can do that. But a lot of the friends that I met in college that I still talk to and see around, it was like we had the same mindset. We're like, hey, we want to do well in life. We're going to help each other do well in school, and then odds are you're going to see them at the library. Or
some of my best friends were like from nursing school, and that's because you literally spend like every day with these people. So
right. Hannah Phillips asks if she should drop out, and I think she should stick it out.
Hannah should drop out.
Shake your head. Jordan Jones says, what degree did you graduate with, and does your dream job have anything to do with the degree?
Well, I graduated with nursing, and I'm a pediatric ICU nurse, so I think so.
I graduated with finance and business management, and I guess I would say my dream job, no, but it also is a dream of mine to own a business someday, so yes, but my dream job is definitely still to be like a talk show host. Is college necessarily necessary to be successful in life, says Caitlin Harmon? Absolutely not. You guys give my family a lot of crap for what we have and say that we're rich and bougie, and neither of my parents went to school. Now, the road might be a little bit more difficult. You might not get that kickstart into life, but no, I don't think going to college is what you need to be successful.
If you want like certain jobs, you need to go. But if you like,
but it depends on if that's what you consider
Yeah.
successful.
if you like graduate from high school and you're like, oh, if I don't go to college right then that year, or if I don't know what I want to do, like people aren't going to be like, oh, you're a loser.
I mean, you literally don't have to ever go to college
Yeah.
if you don't want to. There's tons of, my dad went to school for 2 years, got an associate's degree, never used his degree, and has a very high up position in the city of Toledo. So I'm not saying don't. If you want to go to college, definitely do it. Just don't let yourself get peer pressured into it if you really feel like it won't help you reach your goals in life.
Juliana Sorbet
That's not sorbet.
wants to know, did you live in the dorms? If so, was it a good experience, or were there any challenges? Neither of us lived in dorms. We both lived at home, which probably helped with like financial, like making our college a little bit more affordable. But I had friends that lived in the dorms, and I know they all loved it, and like they will always talk about like their certain 1 year like living in this dorm with this roommate, and like they're all still best friends with some of them. Or like probably the biggest challenge was like certain dorms, like if it's like your first year, were like smaller.
Yeah,
so just
sometimes
like that,
freshmen get certain assigned dorms. I've stayed in people's dorms that I knew at college, and I personally didn't enjoy it. I don't like being stuck on top of people like that. And my sister also went away to school on my dad's side, and she did not like being in the dorms, and she came back. So I don't think it's for everybody. I think if you like being out there and you like really communicating with people, I think that you're basically going to have to if you live in a dorm. So that's a good way, again, to kind of meet people. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times freshman year you'll have to stay on campus, and then after that you might be able to get an apartment. And I know a lot of people enjoyed getting an apartment after rather than just staying on campus.
Yeah. Bobby Joe Heartline wants to know, how hard is it to adjust from high school to college? I think, well, one, high school you like had to go.
Yeah, that's true.
The homework I would say was like easier
I think high school was
and more basic.
way easier.
Yeah.
I never did homework in high school. I never studied for tests in high school. And in college, I would study for tests for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, tests were definitely very hard.
And some projects, you would meet somebody at the beginning of a semester, you'd do a project with them, and you wouldn't turn it in until the end. I think college involves so much planning,
yeah.
and like you are responsible for you. Your teacher doesn't care if you fail.
And
like,
they don't like, they kind of care if you show up, but like it's not their job to be like, hey,
show up to class.
Yeah.
Like I didn't show up to most of my classes senior year, but I did also graduate summa cum laude. So for all of you who think I'm lazy, screw you.
Jocelyn Renee Torres says, Would you say that double majoring as a soon-to-be healthcare professional is hard / challenging or both? And what are your thoughts on going locally rather than out of state for one's first couple of years? So kind of like how Andrew said earlier, if you don't really know exactly 100% like what you want to do, your local colleges are definitely more affordable, and you wouldn't be like wasting money at a school that's farther away, more expensive, you have to pay to live there, for you to just like kind of like not waste time but try
Well,
and like,
honestly, even if you know what to do, it's not bad to do your prereqs at like a local school.
No, it's not at all. With the double majoring as like a healthcare professional, I don't know if it's like harder, but like nursing school is already hard as it is. But if you like, I guess if you took certain prereq classes also at the same time, like if you took psych classes, you could say like you had a double major and in psych while getting your nursing degree, like something like that.
I think double majoring is smart, makes you look good on paper, makes you look good on a resume, probably won't cost you much more money if you got a scholarship. And like I said, if it's similar to something that you were already going to major in, you're not going to notice much of a difference. It's just going to feel like taking an extra class. So
yeah.
The only thing that's going to come with it is extra work. It's not going to take like all this extra effort and like mental strain, I wouldn't say.
Lauren McCurdy wants to know, what else would you have majored in if you didn't choose the one you did?
I always thought I could maybe do psychology. I always thought psychology was a lot of fun, and I have been a therapist for a lot of people indirectly. So I thought that I could do something like that, but then I realized like I have to hear like these really sad stories from people, and I don't know if I myself could have like separated work from home then. So I wanted something that I didn't bring my work home with, but psychology I always thought would have been fun.
Psychology, or I really liked biology and chemistry, but...
You wanted to be a biologist?
Yeah, or a chemist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have crazy hair in a lab coat and pour beakers just like in the movies?
I just like chemistry.
How was your first day of college, says Jasmine Quar. My first day of college, I remember walking in acting like I'm such an adult.
I don't even remember.
Like I drove myself, and then I parked wherever I wanted, and
then you realized
I got
that
lost.
freshmen had to park in a certain garage.
And I got lost on the way to class, and luckily I knew I was friends with a couple girls that had gone, that I knew that were already in school, so I got lost in my first class, and I called her like, I don't know where I am. And she had to come save me and bring me to my class. And on the first day, I also walked into the wrong class and sat there for 15 minutes. And then when they got done with like roll call, they were like, I was like, you didn't say my name. And he was like, well, what class are you supposed to be in? And I can't remember what the class was. He's like, this isn't it. And I'm like, thank you. And I walked out.
What's your best memory from college?
Says Caitlin Pruney. My best memory from college, it probably would have been my senior year, where I was very comfortable studying and I was really starting to learn my stuff, and I like held a study group where I like stood at the front of like a classroom and I was like writing everything on the board, and everyone was like, oh my god, thank you. And it was the final exam for an HR class, and at the end I got like all these texts like, thank you, like you helped me so much. And I was like, yeah, I did.
I feel like my best memory was with nursing school, and it's like getting accepted in a nursing school, and then it was like that first day, but then it was also like graduating from nursing school, because I was just like, I can't believe I did this. Cadence Krasinski wants to know, how many classes do you take? So I feel like that can kind of like differ, because it's not so much like classes, it's like credits. So to like be full-time, you have to have a certain amount of credits, and your classes will be like 1 credit, 3 credit, or 4 credits. And so like if you want to take like, I think full-time is like 12
to 18, because I think I took 18 quite a few semesters, and
you can take more than 18, but it's
your scholarship won't apply.
Tillis, T-I-L-Y-S, wants to know, is it worth going to America for college if I live in the UK? I don't even really know how to answer that, because I feel like school over there is so different compared to ours. if you like want to like come to America maybe and like
learn the culture.
I would do that, but
I had a lot of people from
Yeah.
not America in my classes, and
Yeah,
they seem
so
to
did I.
enjoy like not only are you going away for school, but you're like experiencing a whole different like life that you
Yeah.
might not ever have the chance to experience again. I also think that
People
American
think you're
college is much more expensive than UK college, if I remember correctly. So maybe consider that.
I feel like you will know because it's something that you're like interested in.
Maybe I'm a little more cynical. I don't think you can just go to college for something that you're interested in. You need to know what the opportunities are with that degree. You need to know what kind of jobs that come with it. Like, there's a lot of people who like just go to school and maybe get like an English degree, which is great because maybe they pursue something that they really like, but then they will never use that degree, or the career possibilities don't line up with what they want to do in life. So I think you'll know once you find something you're interested in, and you'll see that what that degree can do for you in life lines up with your goals for life.
Yeah, it's kind of like what are, yeah, like you said, what are your goals? Hernandez Alina wants to know, how do you feel about working and still going to school? What would you do? So Andrew worked 3 jobs. I kind of worked like 2-3 jobs, but I didn't work a lot because like I said, nursing school is so hard.
You work 3 jobs at once too?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And for me, I was like, I know I want money, but I need to focus on school, so I didn't work a lot, but it's definitely manageable. It's like time management. And at one point, I almost had to work night shift and go to school, and I was like, ugh.
I worked a shit ton. I probably, put it this way, I worked more hours when I was in college than I did coming out of college with like my first real job, let's call it. I was probably working 60-hour weeks. On the weekend, I'd do 12-hour days, and I would work, let's call it second shift for a car dealership, and then I was making money off of YouTube at the time, where the first time I went through, which would keep me up till about 2-3 in the morning every night editing videos and getting that stuff out. So I would say that you probably in college, unless you're going to do an internship, you aren't going to find like this job that's like, oh my god, this job's amazing, I'm so happy I got this. But you should, it's going to sound cynical, but you should chase the money, find the best job that you can, find the job that's going to work best with your school schedule.
Maybe it's Alyssa.
It's Alyssa MCK8. Did you ever struggle to pay to attend? I'm an out-of-state student at my college and have a 3.7 GPA, but can still barely get enough loans. So I don't think either of us actually took out loans.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Was determined not to, and I think like the most I ever paid, I think one year I did pay like $1,000. Both of our goals was to not take out loans. Like, it's fine if you do, but like you said, like you're struggling even with the 3.7. So like I would say if you're struggling, I mean, I'm sure if you have like a job, but it's like you have to be smart. Like, what are you spending your money on? Are you like saving money because you know you have like things to pay for, or are you like spending it on like going out and eating all the time, or like buying?
But that's part of the college experience. Maybe not buying clothes,
but like you have to like put little jars in your room and say like school fund, apartment, and fun adventures.
Yeah, and do consider this too. If you are actually spending money on like that fun stuff, odds are once you get, let's call it your first big boy or big girl job, you're gonna have more money than you've ever had before, and you're going to be able to afford to do those fun things.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're working towards, is like financial stability. So don't think it's like your only chance now to go on vacations and stuff, because I definitely have been able to do so much more with my money since I've graduated.
Yeah, after I graduated and I started making money, I bought my first pair of Lululemon leggings, and I went...
It changed her. Ever since then, she's been, what, you wear Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton purses.
I don't even know what those look like.
There's places that are doing more scholarships than my buddy got his whole school paid for basically by doing like the goofy, well, goofy is not a right word, but scholarships you would never think of, like maybe like a local pizza place will do like scholarships, because for those, oh, I was going to get into why businesses do that. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty why it's good for businesses to do scholarships.
I got a scholarship from the Red Cross because I donated so much blood.
Cori was selling her blood for money. I just worked way too much to pay for stuff. And yeah, it's out there. There's a chance for you to get money other than loans. And I would say maybe try to look that route, see what you can do.
We both went to UT. We are no longer in college. I'm a nursing major. Andrew majored in business and finance.
I would say, even though we sat here and told you everything about our college experience, don't take it as Bible.
Yeah, we definitely don't know everything.
Create your own experience. College is where I learned who I really was, and I learned what I enjoyed doing. Learned the people I enjoyed being around. I was with bad groups, good groups. I was doing stupid stuff. I was doing good things. I mean, I think college is one of the most effective ways for a young adult to learn what they want in life and who they are in life. And I think at the end of the day, that's what your goal should be for college.
I know a lot of people have like reached out to me on my Instagram and asked me about nursing school. If you have more nursing questions, please reach out to my Instagram and ask me, and I would love to make a separate video of me just kind of sitting down with you guys and answering those questions for you.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. I know a lot of you guys didn't really get to celebrate the way you wanted to because of everything that's going on, but Cori and I are very proud of you, even though we've never met you. You guys are taking a huge step in life, and I hope it goes well and you get everything out of it that you hope. Hope you get to learn a lot. I hope you get to have as much fun as
adventures and learn more about yourself.
And that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for being so good with the questions. You guys really came out of the woodwork this time. It's exciting to know that.
It's exciting to get more than like 43 questions.
Yeah, like it's fun that we also know like so many of you guys actually are in college or about to go to college.
Yeah.
It's cool to know that maybe we have some different fans in our family nest, some more mature fans. So, but yeah, thanks again, guys. Thumbs this video up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. And we will talk to you later. See you, Drew Crew.